wearing my John Daly shorts today. There's just not many opportunities that arise to wear these, so I thought today was as good as any.
I don't know if I like that. I feel like we're desecrating a flag or stomping a veteran or something. Plus, I feel a little funny saluting Rick's shorts. Enough of that.
That ought to do it.
Oh, how about it? Wake up, golfers. Here we go.
Are we supposed to be quiet? I never know whether we're supposed to be
Well,
quiet.
I think we're past that point.
Hey! Go over and shake his hand. Are you mad at him too?
Are you going to shake when you talk to him?
Are you still mad at him because he coached at Auburn?
I'll take it.
All right.
Good to see you.
Jerry, that's the same thing he held up 6 with.
Well, we wondered if he would be back or not. He is back. Glad to have you back, Tommy Tuberville.
Here to make the highlight reel again, boys.
Yeah, we appreciate all the national coverage you got
My
us
wife
last year.
told me when I was coming up here, she said, if you go on Rick and Bubba Show one more time.
You run me off at Auburn and you ship me to Lubbock, Texas. Now, I'm going to tell you what, that's like going to Siberia. You know, somebody asked me, so what's Texas, what's Lubbock look like? I said, it looked like Iraq, you know?
It was a joke. You were just having fun.
Yeah.
And in all fairness, Bill Bubba Bussey said to you, Coach, you realize
You're broadcasting.
you're broadcasting. This is going a lot of places.
Well, I thought this was just a local show.
I know it's got that feel to
It has
it.
that
doesn't
feel.
it?
I had to make the rounds in Lubbock of
Yeah.
radio and TV.
Yes, you did.
And the apology tour, which I should, because you know it's not Iraq. It's just it's great people. I'm gonna tell you what, salt of the earth. I heard that, Speedy. But salt of the earth, and some of my best friends are still out there that we still play golf with.
But it's a little flat and dry. And
It is.
Bubba, please.
I mean, it is.
It is. It's and the wind blows. But
Yeah.
I tell you what, they love sports, and that's what I loved about it out there, because it's a great college town,
Right.
and you know what they've done. You know, they just won national championship in track. You know, Wes Kitley, their track coach, is the best track coach in the country, maybe in the world. I mean, he is just unbelievable. And their basketball team, heck, I thought they were going to make the Final Four. Yeah. And when I was there, they were really struggling. And Bobby Knight had just stepped down, who was my neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Knight was my neighbor when I was there.
Yeah.
And
Does he come out and complain about a lot of things?
yeah, first time I met him, he goes, Coach, and we're going to be friends and neighbors. He said, you don't ask me about basketball, and I won't ask you about football. I said, yes, sir.
Well, so I know you got to go. You about to go play. Now, Bubba's not with you today, right? He's usually.
No, I'm
Sorry about
disappointed.
that, Coach.
You know what? Every time this comes up, I open the newspaper real slowly.
Teeing off here in just a few minutes, head football coach at Vanderbilt University, Derek Mason, joins us.
Coach.
Good morning, Anchor Down.
Anchor down. Now,
Yeah.
how's your game?
We'll see. I think I'll hit some strokes. I'll miss some strokes, but at the end of the day, it's all about fun.
Let me ask you, but you probably noticed this when I stood up that I played a little ball. And let me tell you a very, very funny story, though, involving Vanderbilt. And I had an opportunity to go visit some colleges when I played, and Vanderbilt was recruiting me.
Yes.
Now, there's a very high standard at Vanderbilt. And
Absolutely.
And I remember my brother, who you just met a minute ago, that works with us. We went ahead and took the trip.
Yes.
And as we're standing there on the sideline, he looked at me and he says, "They do realize there's no way you can get into this school, right?" and I said, "Yeah, but isn't it great to be in Nashville?"
Here's what I do know. I mean, you get a chance to play in the top conference in the country,
Amen.
in the SEC. You get a chance to, chase one of the best educations in the world, and then when you get an opportunity to do it in one of the best cities in the country. So for me, I think it's the trifecta. But it's been a process. It's been a process of gathering talent. I do know. I just went to graduation the other day. We had 25 graduates.
Man.
And for the fourth year in a row, I've got 100% graduation with seniors. So,
awesome.
When it's all said and done, they're graduating. They're playing ball, they're graduating, and they're getting a chance. Some are getting a chance to go to the league. Others are getting a chance to, go be a professional in something.
Well, even if
other
they
than
go to the
football.
league, though, with that education.
Absolutely.
They're sitting pretty, because the league's great, but not for long. That's not a big part of your life, even if you make it.
Well, I tell them this is a pitch, and everybody's got to understand it. Let's say you play 3 years in the NFL. Okay, you play 3 years in the NFL. Okay, you leave when you're 20, 21. Okay, cup of coffee, you're 24, 25.
Wow.
Okay, let's say you play 10 years in the league. Okay, you're 30 or 31 when you're done. You still can't collect the NFL pension until you're 55. So what are you going to do for the next 24, 25 years?
Wow.
And that's the reality. So I start with the end game in mind. I say, look at the education, look at the opportunity to play in the SEC, and if you're good enough, you'll have a chance to go to the league.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's greatest athlete has made his way to the table. He's suiting up. He's getting his socks on. I don't know why he's wearing those socks today, but only he can do it. You know what I mean? You make anything work, Bo Jackson. Those socks right there, very few people could make that work.
They had a sale, 5 pair for $10 down at the pimp shop. I figured I'd take them out. I figured I'd go on and take them off the hand.
Yeah. Now, if you need to get dressed, we can get. Are you okay right now? You want to talk right now?
I'm perfect.
Okay. Are you? You look great.
Man, I'm running like a greyhound.
I know. So you just aging with grace. You look like you could tote the mail right now if you had to. I don't know for how long, but a few plays, it'd be awesome.
I will tell you, like I tell everybody else, the other day, you're out here talking about I could go play ball and all that.
Yeah.
I pulled a muscle lift in the toilet seat a couple of days ago. I ain't playing no ball.
You still shooting the bow a lot?
Well, I haven't shot the bow in a year because I had shoulder replacement surgery last year,
really?
right after my charity golf outing in Chicago. So,
man, you are the bionic man. Huh?
Yeah. So what?
I'm working on
it. Yeah.
it.
What happened? What happened shoulder wise? That's something you did.
That's a baseball injury.
Oh, okay.
That's a baseball injury. I dislocated it about 25 years ago in Yankee Stadium, the night that was supposed to be the Bo and Dion show.
Oh yeah.
And after I hit my third home run of that game that night, I dove at a ball Deion Sanders hit. And in baseball, you're never supposed to get your head lower than your butt when you dive at a ball. And I dove down at the ground.
Plowed in.
And hit and dislocated it and popped it back in and got up and went to the sideline.
Yeah.
So
you blame Dion for that because you were showing him up. You wanted to show him up in the field everywhere, not just the plate.
I'm going to sue the hell out of him because he rendered me from getting that fourth home run in one game.
Robbed you.
Yeah, but 6 weeks later, first at bat, first pitch off Randy Johnson, I put him in the water fountain in Kansas City. So I got those 4 consecutive home runs with 4 consecutive swings.
Okay.
But it was over a 6-week period.
One of my favorites is in college when you took Dion's helmet and just pushed him down when he came from the backside to try to catch you.
Kid got in the way. But you know how you're walking around the house and you're trying to do something and your little but in your 1-year-old kid is trying to get between your legs. You just get your ass out the way. Yep.
And you keep coming back for this.
This is home. I gotta come. Look, who else is gonna sit here and give you this type of
nobody
joy and love?
Nobody.
But me. No. You're not gonna get it from Barkley.
No.
You're not gonna get it from any of the golfers.
No. Well, thanks for always stopping by and visit with us.
Hey man, it's my pleasure. I do what I can, and
so few people of your stature admit that they know us.
Most we appreciate that, bro. Yeah. We really do. I mean, you're
that's heartfelt. Let's face it, you're too big to be friends with us.
Well, but I hear what people say about you, and I don't believe it. I I got to witness it first, and then I'll talk about your asses too.
At the Magna Children's Hospital Putting Challenge, you make the putt, $20,000 to Children's Hospital. Obviously, it's fast. You got to hit it probably a yard to the right toward the flag shadow. And it should curl around a little bit, but hit it about half. Listen to me, like I know what I'm doing.
Well, I don't. I've never even played golf
No,
before.
well, just hit about halfway, because once it goes halfway, it's really going to start running.
You say I need to go halfway.
Well,
to
no,
the right
no. Go to see the gentleman in the purple shirt.
Yeah.
Right there toward him.
Purple shirt.
But yeah.
Well, you can see him. That was
Yeah, there you go.
Bubba.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, there you go. There you go. But just go about halfway and let it roll.
So what's my form? What's my form, Rick?
What's your form? I just want to know what's with the shorts.
This is in the way. John Daly gave me these. There's only 2 times a year to wear it, 4th of July and today. Okay. Am I just doing like that's like a swinging gate?
Yeah, those swinging gate. Just give it a little bump because it'll go.
It'll go. There you go. Now that's a pretty good stroke right there.
Curve, baby.
Come on, baby.
Get in the hole. Break, baby,
Come on.
break.
Come on.
Rick,
Wow, you see, that's the closest to the pin we've had this morning.
still rolling.
Well, I'm a world-class athlete. I was born to play. And, the latest 6 strings and diamond rings. He debuted it on the Rick and Bubba Show right when it came out. It's still out there doing great. So if you don't have that, go grab it today from Taylor Hicks, who's joining us now, and also Auburn University head football coach. There he is. Gus Malzahn's back too.
Coach, good morning.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Coach, I'm doing great.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go. What are y'all waiting on,
Let's go.
guys?
Let's go. Let's go.
This is it, Rick.
Do you ever go back and watch yourself on TV? I mean,
no, but my wife tells me all the time. Come on now. You know what you look like.
Well, you can't help it.
I'm in the moment.
You're in the
now.
moment. You got to make something happen.
You're living it. You're feeling it.
That's right.
Taylor Hicks, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you for playing that song. I was telling everybody I must have sold it to y'all that morning I played
It's
it.
fantastic.
Yeah. He looks like a professional golfer now.
He really does. You know you're
Golly.
playing with Bubba today, right?
Really?
You about
What? They didn't tell me that. Are you serious?
You about to look real lean.
You didn't check the list, did you, Coach?
Hey, listen, I wasn't in shape, and I played with him 2 years ago.
Look
man.
at him now.
I look like Hulk Hogan out there, man.
Maybe that'll do the trick. I need to get in shape.
It's always fun playing with
I'm in the
Bubba.
worst shape of my life. Right
Are you
now.
really?
Yeah, I really am.
What's going on?
I don't know. I just got too much going on, you know. But it's a good busy. You know?
It is.
It's a good busy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what kind of stress you're under or what's going on. I mean, just,
There's not a lot of stress in this job.
coaching in that conference, nobody really cares about it.
No.
Your November's pretty calm. I mean, what's the big deal?
Now, of course, obviously, when you look to get transfers in, and obviously you got a transfer in at quarterback last year. You know, it looked like early in the season it was a little shocking, but he adapted pretty quick, and obviously that the second year has got to be a much more.
You got high hopes.
Because I mean, what he did last year to never played in that league before was impressive, but do you feel like even more impressive now?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, what Jarrett, a new quarterback with new teammates, with new coaches, and going through the schedule we went through.
Wow. Yeah.
I was very proud of the way that Jarrett played, and after game 4 or 5, it started to click.
Yeah.
And now this is his team, and you can just sense it in spring, and he's ready to take that next step. And we hadn't had our starting quarterback back very many times since I've been at Auburn. I think it's the second time in 8 years, so it's very exciting to have him back leading us.
When you talk to a player with all the opportunities, and it's good that you get that kind of player, when you're sitting down across from them, what is your own personal assessment for a young man that comes to you and says, Coach, I want to talk to you? Because I know for me personally, it would be very difficult because I'm sitting there thinking, I want to do what's best for this young man, but, man, if we had him coming back next year. But some are ready, some aren't. What's your own personal?
Well, you do the best you can educating them, but at the end of the day, their goals and dreams. I mean, when you recruit them, when I recruit somebody to Auburn, I want to help them reach their goals and dreams. Right. And everybody's a little bit different. And so whatever's best for them, that's what I want. And, like I said, we had 4 come out, and a couple of them, it worked out very well. And, but it's really about them and what's best for them.
Okay. Well, you're better than I am.
I'd say give me one more. Give me one more.
Guys, I'm so sweaty right now.
Buddy, I felt for you. When you came up that hill, I said, that sun gun's gone dead.
Kirby is back on the Rick and Bubba Show. Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you, man. Good to be with y'all again. Enjoyed it last year.
Well, lots happened since the last time we talked.
Really? What?
Golly. What a game. I know you're sick about it, but what a game.
Oh, you move on. You learn in this
Well, you have
profession.
to.
You got to.
People always talk about, the going to the backup, the young kid and all that. But what choice did Saban have, really? I mean, what was happening right now, they weren't going to win. I mean, you got to try something.
I think that was well calculated. He knew all along it was going to come a game or a time that might happen, and it just so happened in that game.
But what an incredible season. Congratulations. I know when nobody's happy with almost getting it done and all that, you guys went right back to work. But, for you to be there, I know it was a great program. It was in good shape, and all that. And Rick had done a good job. But you come in, you've put your face on it. It's become your team now. And you could really tell that the team reflected your personality throughout the whole season.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm with those kids. Man, they play hard. They love the game. Great fan base, and just happy to be home.
Did you ever think that, only because everybody kept talking about, well, the SEC's down, and maybe if you go to the bottom tier, maybe so, but the top tier still could, obviously, as it was proven. Here's Auburn beats you, you come back, beat Auburn beats Alabama, you come back around, and, it was just the craziest finish. The top-tier teams are still as good as they've ever been.
The problem with everybody's theory about that is the top-tier teams have to play the bottom-tier teams.
Right.
You either one or the other.
That's right.
It's really hard. I've never thought that the SEC was down. Because
well, you hear that.
You hear it all the time, but let's go play. Let's go play another conference. Let's go top to bottom and go play and see who wants to join in with us.
Yeah, all right. I know you got to go. We didn't get much time with you today, but I appreciate you taking time to stop by. The Rick and Bubba fans, there's dog fans everywhere. And they love you, and you've done a great job, and I appreciate how you carry yourself.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I enjoy your show.
Well, I hope you get out there and play well today.
I hope I don't embarrass myself
out
there.
If you have a good program, then you're not going to be good at golf.
That's right.
Well
said.
What's up, Eddie? This is the toughest part, going to get it.
There he is, right there. Always got it like he likes it.
Yes,
always.
Sir.
There he is. Yeah, he's got it, man. Looking, already showing
so
up.
Funny.
Looking good, Albie.
Gary,
Thank
get
you.
your picture made.
Oh, there he goes. Gary right here in the orange shirt. It's not Auburn orange. It's kind of a hunter's orange.
Really, Gary's face.
Gary and Albie. There it is. We're actually going to talk to the mayor of Birmingham, Randall Woodfin, who weighed in on it yesterday. And I agree with the mayor. The pastor, and certainly I don't know anything other than what he said about this particular issue, and I thought he handled himself poorly. This is not helping. It's only more divisive. Which I thought we had all moved past anyone saying that the color of someone's skin dictates what church they should go to. And so I thought his comments were not helpful for our city. I certainly don't know anything about him, and maybe this was just a one moment in time where he made a mistake. And frankly, I agree with the mayor of Birmingham, Randall Woodfin, has joined us. Thank you, Randall, for taking time, Mayor. I know you didn't expect to come by and I start saying, "Hey, Mayor, over here. I know you're trying to eat breakfast. Did we mess you up?"
No, you're good. Good morning. Good to be here.
Well, thank you. For your words yesterday. That's what a leader is supposed to do. That was a caller just called about that. And obviously, it's been burning our phones up about the pastor's comments concerning another church trying to plant a church into some of the neighborhoods. I know the pastor, Chris Hodges of Church of the Highlands, said he met with you. Is that accurate?
He did meet with me, but everyone should know a couple things.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll give you the floor.
I think it's important we have to elevate this conversation. I don't necessarily want to give this guy who said this more energy. What we got to do is acknowledge that there are many positive things going on in the faith-based community and faith-based leaders.
No question.
Way more good than bad.
Right.
And I think what I am trying to do, if you ever see me interject my opinion or thought into the conversation, it's always trying to elevate the conversation. And so with this topic, what's been disappointing for me is that any person that's a faith-based leader should be about bringing people together.
Amen.
The conversation shouldn't be about race. The conversation shouldn't necessarily even be about what's happening at 11 a.m. on a Sunday inside of a church walls. My job as mayor is to take care of and serve people of this community.
We need the faith leaders to work together.
That's correct.
Not to turn this into some sort of turf war, which is the last thing the people in the community need.
This conversation has become petty.
Yes.
It's become gutter. It's become negative, and I think we're missing the point. Chris Hodges and I never had a conversation about a church building.
No.
And so we never had a conversation about theology. That's above my pay grade. I'm an elected official.
Right.
My conversation is about what are we doing for the community.
Right.
And any pastor I meet, black, white, Hindu, Muslim, Buddha, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't even care. Do you want to help serve the community?
Right. Yeah, and if they come to you and say, we want to go to where you have some of you talked about the certain places that kind of keep you awake at night that you're concerned about.
Right.
If they come and say, we're here to help, then why can't that just be it?
Here's where we are in this community. I think there's a lot of positive things going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I know there is a culture and unfortunately a history of division on all sides.
No doubt. Yeah.
What we have to move to in this community is people who are not only positive, but understanding how you communicate to others, even when you disagree. I'm fine with people disagreeing.
Just overall, people have lost civility just to be able to sit down and, as you say, even agree to disagree, but do it with some class and do it in a way that doesn't have to be degrading and, as you said, in the gutter.
So what we're seeing, unfortunately, is not just we're not just seeing it in our faith-based community. We're seeing it in sports.
Oh, yeah.
When I consider the church, or when I consider sports, those are a minimum of two things that are supposed to bring us together.
Right.
And what we're seeing is something's happening in our culture where people aren't comfortable with other people's thoughts and ideas and opinions.
No, you're
and
right.
I want everyone to know I am.
Okay.
And as mayor, I'm open.
Well, I'm sure I'm glad you took the time. I know that you were in the middle of something else, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Because I know that we surprised you with that. And know that we're proud to be based out of Birmingham.
Yes, sir.
We've been in the community a long time, and we're here to help, too, not to cause more trouble.
Thank you.
So I appreciate your leadership right now and your vision and work on keeping everybody together.
Thank you.
On the same page.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks,
sir.
Mayor. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
First on the tee, our professional, BJ Singh. Player is one half of the wildly popular syndicated radio show, Bill, Bubba, Bussy, and Rick and Bubba. Y'all might be in
The Rick and Bubba Show. Bubba's playing with you. We just wanted to say, hey, it's a pleasure to meet you. We're live now. Rick can't play, but Bubba's going to be with y'all, so take care of him, okay?
All right, man.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. We'll see you later. He looked scared, but he was all right. I think he looked a little surprised. He thought a bald man was trying to tackle him.
How come boat riding and rest on the water?
I don't know.
But last week, we did a show on location.
It's the very first interview of the day, and we didn't quite have the volume of all the headsets and the guest headsets and all that quite locked in. And it's so funny because Bubba doesn't know Bubba's sitting there. He doesn't realize the guy next to him is in excruciating pain,
blowing his doors off.
I mean, blowing.
Hey, please key on his face when he puts the headphones on.
Okay.
the volume adjusted, just let me know. You need to adjust the volume. Let me know.
Daily, that common sense is a super.
So I'm looking for him to give me a sign, up or down.
Rick.
Go look at his face.
It's loud. It's loud.
That looks like I want it to go up.
I know.
He gave me the up.
It is 35.
Greg, if you go over and look at me, I can't be more loud. I'm over. I can. Rick, of all songs, I'm over mixing. You're doing the air drums. Rick, you're listening. He's doing this. Now wait a minute. Look at you. It's got Adler down. The other day,
it was so loud in his ears. And he's like, please turn it down. It's loud. And then Bubba turns it up.
After he does that, I turn it up. I thought, it went down too low.
It looked like he was in pain. He was like, and of all songs,